Hello, Class 504, Introduction to the Information Professions. I think this is our last class lecture note for you. I just want to thank you for your hard work for this class, and also I think many of you just started our program, and I think I really hope that this class was helpful for you to go through this program and also our profession. I that deeply thank you for your hard work. This lecture is about the trends and issues that we are currently facing as information professions. Okay, let's start. In this lecture, we'll be discussing about the issues as process of information transfer within information infrastructure, and also let's take a look at the issues in RIS education, and also finally let's review or think about our role as information professionals. So just let's just briefly review what we have covered in this semester. We defined the what's information infrastructure in the beginning of this class, right? So let's just read. The information infrastructure is a global network of people, organization, agencies, policies, processes, and technologies organized in a loose coordinated system to enhance the creation, production, dissemination, organization, storage, retrieval, and preservation of information and knowledge for people. And the primary objective of this network is the diffusion of knowledge for a society. Okay, so this is information infrastructure where we, as information professionals, work for. Okay. We have discussed about the information transfer model in the beginning of this class. Let's review the elements of information transfer. Those are first, creation of information, recording and reproduction, dissemination, organization and retrieval, diffusion, utilization, storage, and preservation, and deletion. Okay, so these elements provide a model for organizing today's trends and issues. Let's take a look each element in order to look for the trends and issues. So first, creation of information. It is safe to say that the process of creating information has changed a lot in the last 20 years because of technology, right? So, in the this technological change, just provide another audition of trends and or issues, and also the other one is the research process. The role of information professional in the research process has evolved from just helping researcher to evaluate information sources to determine which are more authoritative into a more proactive role, and also including the performing the research, and also try to provide a more helpful result and creating a package that helps to the client's needs. And also especially today's the environment, like big data and all things, there's so many information. We are trying to provide more synthesized of information data that we can help to analyze, and we can provide a better presentation of the data. And also the recording and reproduction. Again, technology has made a major impact in recording and reproduction of new information, and the phenomenon of digitization in its has various dimensions. For example, digital imaging, digital libraries, and archiving, etc. So we have to must stay current on security measures and privacy and also copyright laws. For the dissemination, it has been influenced by technologies a lot, such as the internet, like World Wide Web, and like Web 2.0 or 3.0, blogs, web communities like Facebook or myface.com or something, instant messaging. So these all new forms of information dissemination present another important issues for information professionals to determine how these technologies can be used effectively for information transfer, and also the role of information professional in that process. And also we need to assess the users as they assessing the tools as the users learn to use information technologies effectively. And organization and retrieval. Librarians for many years have organized and stored information resources in a variety of formats, but most recently in electronic formats. So the change in library service promoted by advances in technology, and technology is an organizational response to changing users' need, and also a response to that could have economic and also social significance. Bibliometrics is one of the technology that from the quantitative aspect of communication of scientific information can be presented as bibliometrics. So it has different types of storage, retrieval, and dissemination of those scientific information. So it's actually bibliometrics is not the new one. It's starting like early 2000, and it's another areas of the something we can do, analyze the data, and then provide better ways of data analytics to the other researchers from our LIS. And also the webometrics. It's like the this is like a study of a quantitative aspect of construction and use of information resources, and it has a structure and technology on the web. It is from actually bibliometric and also infometric approaches. So it can have there's more the specialized of domain within the bibliometrics. So this is like a few of new things, but it might be already old compared to like a big data. Actually, it's almost similar, but the source is different, but it's a similar ways of representation. And also metadata. It isn't new at all, but the more the technology event and the more organization try to have a more organized ways of represent the data, each metadata from the organization is evolved, and also we need to think about the complex issues from the metadata creation and standardization, and also the dissemination of the metadata. So well, we need to think about the quality issues, right? And then how we can get a right one to meet the user's need, and also how can we the regulate or uh, to provide the quality very the quality the resource with the quality especially for the uh, it's preventing um, not a authoritative resources, because in these days many people just publish themselves, but how can we assess and also evaluate those the content through the on the web? So it's all by the technological the development. We have the more issues in the organization and retrieval. And then diffusion. Um, as we discussed just the dissemination, as information professionals, we must go beyond the concept of access to diffusion of knowledge. For example, to help people understand information and use it effectively. So this is where information psychology plays an important role by understanding how users seek information and recognizing the different ways people prefer to learn, and the information professional can facilitate information diffusion by customizing to their client's particular need. So the as information literacy is written by ARA in 1989. It says a set of abilities requiring individuals to recognize when information is needed and have the ability to locate, evaluate, and use effectively the needed information. So we have a role in to diffuse the information, and also let me see the utilization is this is like outcome of diffusion. So librarians must be engaged with learning theory and with the client. The librarian must know learning theories in order to be effective as facilitator of learning, so that the information can be used effectively. For example, like health informatics, which was growing a lot, the growing trend, that because its importance of health informatics, that issues related to the like packaging, disseminating, and retrieving of health information. And so um, most libraries could provide health informatics, and our school also try to make health information informatics areas of courses. Um, so again, it has to be keep up the trend in the society, and also we need to try to utilize as outcome of diffusion. And then storage and preservation. This is like a serious issue that information transfer processes. So as storage technology change formats, the information may be lost if the information management procedures do not include planned conversion to newer format. We need to try to update about the technology, and also try to take some training in order to keep up the updated trend in the technology. How about ARIS education? It has been merged with other academic department. Like our school, uh, we actually merged with computer science under information sciences, and now our both departments are under business. It has like political and economical situation that we have to deal with. And also many schools already dropped the library from their names, starting from University of Washington and also UCLA, UC Berkeley, and Syracuse. And also the curriculum is changed from user-centered to information science-centered. So hopefully the core courses should be the user-centered, and so many schools adopted the advanced technological courses to the class, and hopefully more researchers in RIS need to generate a theory that can be implemented in practice, because RIS profession is like professional and like very practical. Uh, so it's very different than yeah, many librarians mentioned that unless you are working at the academic library where you need to go for tenure, you don't need to research. You're not required to have a research. You're not expecting to have a research, but just working. So it's kind of sad to have not many research has been done from our professionals. So hopefully, when you work at the library, try to make some study and provide your study result to the other professions. I know it's hard, like myself, it's hard to publish and study, but we have to try to have more published work so that our discipline might have the better information dissemination and practice. And also the continuing education is the key for LS professional in order to remain the updated, right? The one study by the Delphi study by the I'm not sure how to pronounce well, but Barunshan, R. Beef, and Bernstein. They conducted a study in Israel during 1998 to 2000. That study examined the views of LIX experts on the future of LIX profession in light of changes in information technology. So about 40 experts from US, Canada, and the Western and Central Europe and Israel participated in the study. And the researchers asked the expert questions pertaining to development of traditional libraries into virtual libraries, and also what's transition of libraries from technical to user-centered approaches, and what kind of skills and competencies needed by RIS professionals. And they concluded that libraries and the RIS profession will not disappear, but they will dramatically transformed in many instances beyond recognition, but the essence of the profession will have a great value, and it will survive the information revolutions. Um, some of the data mentioned that the both traditional and virtual libraries will be coexist, and ARIS professionals have become and will continue to be trainers in information literacy and technological skills, and the traditional skills of ARIS professionals will continue to be valued by profession and by the information society. So we need to keep our traditional ways of thinking of the people and user-centered mind, and then to adapt new technological trends and the issues. The key to the information professional future success is our willingness to pay attention to the theories that the expert diagnosis of information need, planning and implementation of services, and continuous evaluation of services to ensure the excellence. And change is perhaps the best word to serve as this in this time as a catchphrase for information professionals and for students studying to be information professionals. So let's try to change it. Let's allow to changes in technology with implic- implications for their impact on information users. So we must uh, try to aware of the environment to detect new discoveries in social science research that can better serve individuals and groups. And also, we must be willing to assume a leadership role to promote the effective use of information. So, knowledge of information transfer processes enables information professionals to uh, um, discern trends and realize the changing role of information and information professionals in society. Again, the leadership is needed to help others understand the role of information and information professionals and to lead the way into our this current century as we immerse ourselves in a knowledge society. So with this change comes the requirement for continuing professional education. So we urge all would-be and practicing professionals to see their professional learning as a lifelong process. So try to read, attend conferences, and also take classes and expand your professional network to keep learning of new research, new technologies, and new trends that will affect your work. So I wish you um, the success in your professional journey into one of the most important professions in our world and also this 21st century. Okay, this is it. Again, thank you for all your hard work for this class, and I am open for all your questions. So if you have any questions about our program and your future career, just contact me. Okay. Again, thank you for all your hard work. Thank you. Bye bye.